Tonight I have some mussels. So what we need here is some white wine, that's about enough for a glass, and with that we add some water. Here we go. Perfect. So because I do not have a steamer or anything like that, we're just going to put the mussels right in the white wine. And I'm thinking I'm going to need at least 3 batches, because I know it's not a very big pot here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to put them all in there. Nice and closed, that's good. So if they're open before I cook them, they do not go in the pot. And after cooking, if they're not open and they stay closed like this after they're cooked, that means it was dead prior to cooking, so it will not be edible. Oh, I thought wrong. Oh, never mind. I thought right. I have some mushrooms. So, I'm going to clean up some mushrooms and do some mushrooms on the barbecue. Okay, this is kind of gooey. Okay, hold on here. I don't want my camper smelling like a fishery here. So, I am going to put you there. You sit right there. There we go. Go to the garbage. Okay. Well, these are the last day for these mushrooms too. They're kind of soft. And they're not that old, to be honest. But you know what? I think they froze. The rest of the wine goes in a glass. All right, there we go, guys. I'm going to put some more Parmesan on there and probably sprinkle some on there, but there's the mussels, escargot with the garlic butter, and some escargot with some mushrooms. That's it. All right, we'll see you later. Here comes one of the boats in from days of fishing. Right now we're in lobster season. And, well, you can see the lobster boat right there. Or the lobster truck, sorry. Now there's a tiny little lighthouse. So I can see them getting ice on the far side there, out of that building. I also see fuel tank there. And so I think what's happening, guys, and I'm just assuming, of course, I think they're weighing their catch, getting a printout, then packing it with ice, then bringing it over to this side. This guy in this forklift then picks it up and puts it in that truck. That's what it looks like to me so far. Dion Phaneuf has a cottage up here. He was a hockey player. He was born in Edmonton. Played for Calgary, Toronto, Ottawa, Los Angeles, I believe. He's retired now. But anyway, supposedly he has a big cottage up here that he still owns today, and he has boats and stuff like that. So hopefully when we go drive past it, I don't miss it. Just the way when I was at that last place and the guy was explaining to me about the Dion Phaneuf's cottage. That sure looks like a cottage that a hockey player would make. And I don't think he wants me driving up the driveway. I did see a light on in there, so. But I don't know. I don't think this lighthouse may not even be there when we get there, because look at this road. You would have saw part of it. I folded up my mirrors, and so I forgot I was recording. But there's actually houses back here. It's hard to believe that this is the road that these people have to live on. The land is beautiful, the road is shit. Like, there's people that actually live back here. So this lighthouse is called Cape Tryon Lighthouse. I'm just going to call it the Stephen King Lighthouse. Kind of looks like a tour boat out there, but I don't know. Yeah, how's that for a freaky looking lighthouse? I think Stephen King needs to do a movie out here. So like I said, a lady was just walking down the road here on this crappy road. She says she lives out here. She goes, be careful. She goes, it's not that nice of a road. I says, yeah, I already noticed that. Heritage Lighthouse. This plaque is covered this protection. Well, if it's a Heritage Lighthouse, you ain't been taken care of too much. Oh wow, look at that view, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Very cool looking. Well, I definitely tell you, they're the roads in some places definitely need some work. But there's a lighthouse out there. It's a short walk out there. That's a cool looking lighthouse. Same thing as Stephen King Lighthouse, but it's kind of cool looking. I'm just walking up a sand dune here to see what the beach. I'm sure we can walk along the beach over to the lighthouse. Is that a shipwreck over there, or is that an old dock? Looks like the uprights are too straight up and down for a ship, so I'm thinking it used to be an old dock at one time. Well, that is a very cool looking lighthouse. It's kind of in a swampy area though. Wonder why they picked this exact location for it. Or maybe it wasn't in a swamp area when it was built. It just became a marshy area. But yeah. That's very cool. But it's a low lying, like. Huh. I doubt if you're going to see anything in there, guys, but it just looks like old windows and just junk piled all over the place. I don't understand why they do that. So I would imagine there was a lighthouse keeper at the time out here to build something like this. I would imagine this is where they would have stayed. Corner shelf. Oh, that would have been the kitchen. I can see cupboards and a sink. Probably can't see a whole lot in there, guys. Sorry. Oh, bathroom. Little vanity is sitting there, and I would imagine the toilet's on this side. And like I said, just a bunch of old windows stuff. Yeah, well, these are not the original windows, so I bet you the old windows are laying on the floor in there. Plastic pipe. Heading out to a septic tank that doesn't exist. Just a hole in the ground. Yep. Still very cool. We just got done that lighthouse. So there was a really cool guy where you park if you want to go see the lighthouse and stuff like that. There's a private property right beside it, and there's ropes across there saying don't park here, it's private property. And there was one truck in the driveway. Well, just as I was walking back towards the truck, I could see another truck pull in. I'm thinking, oh no, that was my turnaround goal, his driveway, like his parking area. Then I kind of noticed it was parked up on the grass. So I walked up and I said, excuse me, is this your property? He goes, yes, it is. I said, do you mind if I use it to turn around? He goes, no. He said, no, that's why I parked on the grass. He said, as soon as I saw your...
200 meters, turn left onto River Road.
He said, as soon as I saw your rig, he said, right away, if I don't park over there, this guy's going to have a hell of a time getting out here. So, I mean, there's somebody that thinks, right? A lot of people don't think. So, a hell of a nice guy. I use his driveway. He goes, absolutely. So, real nice guy. So guys, I'm at this lighthouse, and there's a gift shop. So I was just talking to the lady in there, and I had to buy myself a little lighthouse and a sticker for the back of the enclosed trailer. So anyways, I came back for two reasons. One, for my hoodie, because it just, I don't know, the temperature just dropped. But something very, very cool, was when I went for a walk. So there's the gift shop, and then in the background you can definitely see the lighthouse. When I went over for a walk just to look at the bay and stuff, hell, it's a self-guided tour in the lighthouse. I'm like, no way. So I had to come back and get the camera. That is awesome. So far, every lighthouse I've went to is like locked, closed, that's it. This one's self-guided tour. I'm like, oh, score. Yes. I'm that pumped. Look at that. Oh. So the door was open and there was a sign that said self-guided tour, so I didn't even walk around. I just went right back to get the camera immediately. There is no way. There's a couple in the gift shop, so I want to make sure I come in here before they do. Sea glass and lighthouse interpretive tour on the second and third floors. Family rates 15. All right. So here's inside, but before we start the tour, sorry guys, just gotta get my wallet here. $5 for an adult. Whoop. Holy, there's a hole there. $5 for a tour, self-guided tour. There we go, done. Saxton. Metal highlight bulb. Ballast boxes. On each side of the lighthouse, you'll see a built-in box full length of the building. These boxes house ballast that was used to help stabilize the lighthouse during high winds. Very cool. All right. Let you guys get a look around. Where did this ship's wheel come from? Doesn't say the ship's name. Shipwrecks find. Oh, JJ's excited. This is where we are, by the way, just in case you didn't know. In the original, that building's not there anymore. See this, guys? That's a door, and it says this area framed door, which opened to the second floor of the keeper's house that was once attended to. In the mid-1900s, the house was removed to Main Street, where it is still being used as a private dwelling. Well, there you go. So so that building no longer sits beside this, but that was the door to go into his residence. Take a peek, it says. Cool. Sea glass from all over the world. Sand from all over the world. Oh, the washroom. This was the washroom. Sweet. Whoop. Don't break it, JJ, you'll buy it. Look at all the sea glass. Very cool. And we're still going up. We are still going up. Shipwrecks. There we go. Turn the switch on to watch the whoa. That could use a little bit of lube. Very cool. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Hello. Oh, guys, look at this. Oh, is this ever cool? Access to balcony? No. Oh, get out. No, I mean like get out. Oh, we get to come out on the balcony. Look at that. How cool is this? water treatment. How cool is this, guys? So cool. So cool. Ah, that is awesome. That should be the thumbnail. Oh man, oh man. That is just awesome. Your vents, because I would imagine on a hot summer's day, she'd be pretty warm in here. These stairs are so narrow and steep, you gotta go down backwards. This is the safest way, especially when you're wearing Crocs. So the lighthouse was built in 1880. Okay, don't tell. I just took a board out. So that was where I messed with the wheel, but look. I knew that was a bottom. Oh. Of course, it's too damn dark to see anything. Do I have my phone with me? Oh crap, I didn't bring my phone. Shit. It's not much more of just a crawl space. What's the chance of this thing actually seeing anything? Let's see if I can put it. Cool. So I'm just going to give you a brief history here, guys. So tenders in 1879 were brought in to construct it. The light was altered to show a streak of red to indicate the anchorage ground sheltered by the breakwater. The lighthouse was completed for the cost of $630. That was in 1880. Trying to see where it says about in 1927, the keeper of the lighthouse was supplied with a hand fog horn. Okay, so in 1959, the dwelling of the lighthouse was removed when a new house was built for the keeper. The light becomes electrified in 1961. In 1991, he was the last. It's a very cracked up board here, so it's not very easy to read. But it says, remained keeper was the last remaining active keeper on Prince Edward Island. Was in this one, and that was in 1991. The lighthouse is renovated and reopened to accommodate interpretive. The top tower, blah, 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 that was 2010. But yeah, there's a picture of what the house was. And just from where the door is, the house was on this side. And that door that I showed you halfway up, you can't see anymore because obviously this has been all re-shingled. And what kind of, it's plastic. So that was all redone, so it's covered that door now. So this would have been the grounds here where the lighthouse keeper would have lived. Very, very cool. I like it. I look. What are you doing? What are you doing there, buddy? What you doing? Well, just like the old ferry service that used to go from New Brunswick to PEI, that dock system, that was the ferry system, or the dock, I should say, that fallen apart. Well, it's not any better here. Look what I just spotted. Right there. Right there, people. 20 simoleons. No way. No way. Woo! Rich. What's the chance? And when I walked this way, because it was tucked over here, I didn't see it until I stood over there and then looked back this way. I saw the marker there, but I didn't see the $20 bill sitting there with JJ's name on her. Sweet. See? Goes to show you, keep your eyes open. So this is where we're staying tonight, guys. We are down in a lot just below the I just read online that you weren't allowed to sleep in the parking lot at the Lighthouse where the souvenir shop is. So you can see the souvenir shop and the Lighthouse up there, possibly, if I'm pointing it in the right direction. My hand's out the window. But this looks like a winter storage for their dock system. So yeah, I can't see it being an issue here tonight. I just parked along the last dock here, and then well, there's still room right here if somebody pulls in to park beside me. And that's where we just came down to for a walk along that pier where I found the big 20 bananos. All right. And when I got into town, I was a little bit lazy, so I just went to the co-op there and picked up a pizza for supper. Oh, great. North Cumberland Ferries out of service until October the 19th. So there was one ferry that was put back in service and they found more engine problems. Now it's out and they say the earliest will be the 19th of October. So, and then it says the Confederation, the other one, is going to be out until December the 9th. And it says they contacted other ferry operators and searched for available vessels for short-term use and found none. So, my original plan was to go across on, if you remember, come across on the bridge and go back across the ferry. That doesn't look like it's happening. It looks like I'm driving all the way back to Confederation Bridge and driving across on the bridge. Oh well, that's the way it goes. So yeah, the earliest we're looking at is basically today's October 1st, and they said the 19th, so 2.5 weeks. Yeah, I'm not going to be waiting 2.5 weeks to catch a ferry, so it looks like we're driving back to the Confederation Bridge. Oh well. Look on the bright side though, I found 20 bucks. For gas, that'll get me like 4 kilometers. Well, good morning, everyone. It is another beautiful day here on Prince Edward Island. I found this awesome boondocking spot. So Charlton's about maybe a 10-minute drive from here. And this is a boat launch area. So come off the highway right there. You'll see a car go by right there. And I just came in and tucked myself right in here. And by about 10 o'clock at night, the traffic was pretty well nothing. Although someone did come in here last night and parked on the other side of this tree and were revving their engine up about 1 o'clock in the morning, then took off. So not really sure what that was all about. And there's a fisherman. So, like I said, this is a boat launch area. You can see some pickup trucks up there already. And there's a guy heading out there, right there in his, whoop, right there in his boat. I don't know if I even asked this before, but Oh, sorry, my coffee cup leaning up against my hand. It's pretty warm. Does anybody know why the soil here on Prince Edward Island is basically red, as you can see? Without looking up, I know lots of you do know. It's because of the iron content. So what happens to iron when it meets oxygen? It oxidizes, which basically is rust. So that's what you're looking at. High iron content in the soil. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, the biggest industry here on PEI is potatoes, and it is a huge industry. They ship them all over the world. But believe it or not, seafood and agricultural is probably the highest. And lately, and when I say lately, in the last 10 years, aerospace fabrication and repairs is really climbing. Again, like everything else, here's this human part here of people just deciding that, hey, I just open my door and throw all my garbage out. So I'm not 100% sure why people have to do that, but I can't control everybody, I guess. Look how far the tide's out. Yesterday when I got here, it was right up at these rocks. Now it's all the way out there. All right, we're just getting some editing done on the video you're actually watching right now. What I plan on doing here is a question and answer episode, mainly because, especially I think maybe because I just put the trailer on and everybody's asking questions about everything like that, my gas mileage. This is a bad spot to do a gas mileage indication because it's all uphill, downhill curves. I'd like to find some place where I can actually drive at a fairly level and decent spot for a while to get a good gas mileage indication. But yeah, I want to do one. So in the comments, ask some questions, and over the next 2 or 3 episodes, I'll write those questions down and get ready for an episode of question and answer. So it won't be like the next video will be the question and answer one. That way it gives people time, and I'll make sure I mention it again the next video to leave questions that you want answered. I think that'll be the best way, because if somebody asks me a question, I answer it. It just seems the very next video somebody asks me the exact same question again. I might as well just get rid of all the questions all at once. Yeah. So hopefully it wasn't too much of an overload for lighthouses on this episode. I love lighthouses, obviously, and I even had one more to put on there, and I thought, you know what, I better not put this one on here because people are really going to say, is that all you're doing is looking at lighthouses? That was quite a bit of my day because I'm going around the coastline. So if I see a lighthouse, I'm gone. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and hope everybody's doing well. So, as always, be good, be kind, be careful. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
I think it's time for me